hello. Hello, everyone. So this is going to be the Pisces full moon pick a card, and I am so sorry that it's taken me a minute to get it out, but you know, I had to do a little hermit mode, and I know you're all feeling it. We're going through some great changes right now. And for some of you, they're changes that you've been feeling coming, and for some of you, there's others that really have kind of maybe not been feeling the changes, and then they're just upon you. However it's working for you, this is what this energy is bringing us, some great big change. So again, where you have not been changing, it's coming, and we're being brought to it. And so these readings, however they resonate with you, hopefully will be beneficial in some way to help you move through these changes. We are in the 9th month. We're just past the 9th day of the 9th month portal. We're coming into this season of renewal, rebirth, new. So we're leaving something behind, whether it's a lesson or something in the physical. So I'm just going to jump right in here, and we're going to start by choosing our piles. And so I'm going to just put them up here. So this is going to be pile number 1. Pile number 2, let's see if I can get this the way I want, and pile number 3. So however that's going to look for you. 1, let's see if I can, there we go, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And just choose whatever pile resonates with you, whatever number resonated with you, whatever one you couldn't get your eye off of. That's how that works. And so for pile number 1, now I will say, I will preface this with, I am using the Queen of the Moon Oracle. I'm using the Angel Guide Oracle to get started, and I'm also using Melanie Beckler's latest deck to get started, and then we're going to dig deeper into the message with our tarot. So I was guided to pull 2 of the Queen of the Moon Angel cards for us. So pile number 1, we're going to start with those messages. Yeah, I love it. So we have discernment and self-love, pile number 1. Discernment and self-love. These energies are bringing you into being discerning and having discernment with situations that are not allowing you to love yourself. How are you not loving yourself? Who is not allowing you to love yourself? What situation is not allowing you to love yourself? Be discerning about the places and the people in your situation currently, because that is what is going to help you move through these energies by making choices and decisions through your own discernment. Discernment is about really being clear and honest with yourself about the situations, people, attitudes, whatever is coming at you. And does it feel good? Not putting your head in the sand, not looking at that person who doesn't have your back, not letting that old idea of, well, they've been in my life for a long time, so I just let it slide. No, this is asking you to get very discerning. Where have you been letting it slide too much? Where have you not been allowing yourself to stand in your authenticity, your power, who you are? That's what this energy is bringing you. Pile number 1. And it can be hard to be clear about where you're letting yourself down by allowing people and situations in your life that have hurt you on some level or do continue to hurt you on some level. And I feel like for some of you, this has been like this is slow eroding of your spirit, slow eroding of the love for yourself. Like they've been chipping away at your power, your authenticity, and stealing your power and your authenticity for themselves. So I would say be discerning about who is the energy vampire in your life. Be discerning about who is receiving benefit from having you in their life, but they're not giving back. There's no balance. Because it's time. It's time to expect miracles. And so as these miracles appear, and for some of you, they might not be the huge over-the-top, aha, oh my God, this is a miracle. It might be the one that slides in really quietly, that says, oh, that's how I get my power back. That's where I need to go because that's where it feels good. That's what's going to be important. Miracles aren't always these huge over-the-top, very rarely are these huge over-the-top, oh my gosh, that's a miracle. More often than not, the miracles that we experience are the little things in our lives where synchronicities are joining up, where people are coming through, where we're receiving something that we didn't expect to receive. Those are the miracles. And you need to start expecting that. Things working out in your favor. Okay. They just popped up. And we got 4. So, yes, it is a new beginning. And for some of you, this is going to be very financial. For some of you, it's family. For some of you, it's relationship. But it is the physical. A new beginning in your physical. Some physical manifestation. Because you are now being brought the clarity that you need to be able to move away from what is not a good choice, what is not the good way to go. It's not going to be the easy way, but it's going to be the way that really, really fills your cup up, makes you feel good. This isn't about anybody else, pile number 1. This is about a new blessing and a new beginning and a new road for you, because you're being discerning about the people around you that just don't deserve you, the situations around you that just no longer deserve you. Because your cups are being filled. Look at that, the 6 of Cups. Because of your best and better choices, because you're now making choices based on where you feel good, what is right for you, pile number 1, you're going to be filling up your cup like never before. You're going to be having these new connections that are going to bring you the blessings, the relationship, the unfoldment of your dreams. Yeah, because it's time. It's time for some of you to receive that partner, that most compatible soulmate. For some of you, it's time to receive that access to your masculine, your divine masculine, authoritarian power that you suppressed because you always felt like it was bad. But it's not. When you're in balance with your divine feminine and your divine masculine, when you're in balance with being able to speak up for what you need, standing in your power, that is how you love yourself. That is how you love yourself, pile number 1. Yeah, listen. Quiet, mental chatter. Get into receptivity. Inner voice of guidance. Yes, this is what is going to bring you all of this. Listening to that inner voice of guidance. Listening to your higher self. Listening to spirit. Pile number 1, that is going to help you move through these changes. Make the choices and decisions that fill up your cup. Love yourself. Be discerning about what that is in this energy. And that's where you're going to receive the new job, the new opportunity, the new love. Because whatever is moving away or being left behind, because you're being discerning, because you're starting to make choices and decisions that feel good for you, that is your power. That is where you're going to start receiving all of the things you've been feeling like you couldn't get to, that they were being blocked, when in actuality you were blocking yourself because you weren't loving yourself. You weren't saying no where you needed to. You weren't putting the boundaries up where you needed to. And that's where you've got to listen. Listen to your heart. Go in that direction. Love yourself enough to go in that direction. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Pile number 2. Pile number 2. Let's take a look and see what we got here, pile number 2. Oh yeah, your time has come to come into getting into the space of beauty, inner beauty, to reflect in the outer world. Expressing your inner beauty, allowing your softness to come through, leaning into your compassion, your empathy, your beautiful soul, surrendering to the process of receiving. It's through coming into getting in touch with nature, getting in touch with your creativity, getting in touch with your beautiful, loving heart, and not pushing against the how or the when things are going to show up, just leaning into it and knowing that everything is coming at the right time, in divine time. Surrendering is doing what brings you joy when there's nothing else to do. That's getting into the beauty. So if you've made the phone calls, you've sent out the resumes, you've stayed in positive expectation, you've done meditating, you've done all the physical things, you've done all the spiritual things you can do on a situation, that's when now we get into surrender. And we just let the universe take it from there. And we go and do something to fill up our cup. Brings us joy. Knowing that our higher self, our team of guides, angels, ascended masters, crossed over loved ones, they've got our back. And now we're going to go do something that fills up our cup. Enhances our inner beauty. To expose our outer beauty. It's time to get into asking and receiving. And for some of you, this will feel very uncomfortable because you're not the asker. You're not the, please help me. You're the, let me do, let me give, let me be. And it's not going to work anymore. Now it's time for you to give, be, and do. You have to ask. And you have to ask your team of guides, angels, ascended masters. You have to ask the people around you that you're very discerning about, who will have your back, who will take you seriously, who will love you unconditionally. Oh, I love it. Here we go. Oh, okay. All right. It went flying. Yes, it did. All right. Oh, I love it. Yeah. Get into your divine masculine. Get into being the emperor in your situation. Standing in your power, your authority, being in that very I'm not settling for less energy. Again, uncomfortable energy for you, pile number 2. You're the doer. You're the people pleaser. You're the one that always gives. This is uncomfortable territory for you, but this is where you have to get. Because you've been doing the work and it's time for you to start reaping the rewards. But you can't do that if you stay in this energy of I don't deserve. It's time to get out of that energy. It's time to know that you do deserve, that you've been doing the work and now it's time for you to receive. It's time for you to come into balance with not just being the giver, but also the receiver. Right? Let's see if I can get this on here for you. Is that right? No, that's not right. I knew it wasn't. Is that right? Okay, I can do this. Oh, that's right, because I'm not showing that one either. Okay, that's what the problem was. So yes, it is time for you to get into the giving and receiving. The balance, the flow. You've been doing the hard work. Getting into that emperor energy. Getting into balance of asking and receiving. Again, not your comfort zone. It's all right. We have to step out of our comfort zone so that we can start harvesting everything we've been working towards. Pile number 2. Yeah. Oh gosh, there it is. It's perfect. Perfect. Boundaries. Detach from drama. Know when to say no. Have a strong aura. Yeah, there it is. It's time to get into connection with yourself, all of yourselves. Your higher self, your divine masculine, your divine feminine, coming into balance to receive. Pile number 1 or 2. Pile number 2. It's time to receive. Through setting your boundaries. Telling the universe, I am worthy. I deserve to manifest and receive everything I've been working towards. Pile number 2, it's time. It's time. So I hope that resonated. It's time to receive, not just give. To get into balance, pile number 2. I feel like for some of you, the star card is because you've been looking at the stars or you've been seeing stars as symbols. This is Spirit's way of communicating that you're on the right road. That even though the choices and decisions you're making are uncomfortable, they're the right ones. So if you're someone that really is needing that validation, look for signs and symbols. Ask for signs and symbols from your team of guides, angels, and ascended masters. Say, I'm really struggling right now. I'm trying to say no. I'm trying to set a boundary, and I'm not sure if it's the right thing to do. Can you send me a sign? And they will. But you have to believe the sign also. And so for some reason, I'm feeling like this star is a sign. So for some of you, you really do need to start looking at your astrology, your rising sign, not just your sun sign, your moon sign, but really looking at the full picture of everything that's going on in the planets. Because pile number 2, you're needing the support to make these changes. This is not your comfort zone. But you can do it, and you're not alone. And that's what the stars, your highest self in the stars, is here to tell you, is here to show you, is here to help you with. Pile number 2. You've got this. Get quiet. If you don't have a meditation practice or a breathing practice in place, do that. That is what is going to help you get into that connection so that you can feel the support, you can feel the safety net as you make these changes, as you make these choices, as you go forward. Asking and receiving. It's not just about giving, it's also about receiving. It's time to get into the receptive mode and set those boundaries with those who are really not wanting you to. And so it may be a situation where you do have to really figure out who gets a seat at your table in these energies. So I'm sending you so much light and so much love. Thank you. Pile number 3. Pile number 3. Pile number 3. Here we go. All right. Your 2 Queen of the Moon Oracle cards are, yes, it is time. Look at that. Release. Release what no longer serves you. That is anything that doesn't feel good. That's anything that's not working in your life. Where you've been striving and driving, where you've been pushing, where you've been willing it to go, where you've been thinking you can make or be or do something, and it's not working, you got to let it go. And it could be something you've been working on for a very long time, and that doesn't feel good. But that's not your road. When the road doesn't work out, it's not your road. You have to have faith that you're being brought to the road that is for you. See all those butterflies that she released? Because it was time. It was time for the transformation to come in. And have faith that your transformation is being divinely guided. Because it is. You got a master number 9, which is all about endings, and you got a 4, which is all about building. It's time, pile number 3, to build something new out of what you've learned that didn't work out. Could be relationship, could be job. It's time to get into connection with Mother, Father, God, your highest self, your divine feminine, your divine masculine, getting into balance. Getting into faith. getting into the faith that Mother, Father, God, your connection to the universe, Spirit, whatever you believe in, is here, supporting you, loving you, as you release what didn't work, what hasn't worked. And again, for some of you, it's been a long time. You've been trying really, really hard for a long time. And I can feel that this message does not feel comfortable, and it feels scary, and it feels out of your comfort zone, that you're not used to speaking your truth, that your throat chakra needs to be cleansed, that you really need to get into connection with your solar plexus, your personal will, the humanity for yourself. And you're not used to being selfish, but this is the needed selfish, this is the positive selfish, this is the self-preservation selfish in your solar plexus that you need at this time. Number 3. It's time to release. It's time to release. Out into the universe, all of the things that's been not working, holding you back, stealing your energy, not being balanced or beneficial in any way, even though you've been trying really, really hard for a long time. It's time to let go. Let go of the wheel. Let go of the wheel and get in connection. You are never alone, and feeling that connection through meditation or breath work, whatever works for you, communing with nature, getting out with the animals, whatever works. Number 3, it's time. Ooh, all right, we've got the cards jumping for you already. So let's dig deeper into this. Some of you might want a chakra clearing meditation, or a throat clearing meditation, or a solar plexus meditation. Yep. Because the wheel is turning. You're coming out of some very difficult energies. You're ending some difficult cycles, but you're ending them. You're not waiting for anybody else to end them. You're not waiting for anybody else. You've got to take the reins. This is about you changing your destiny, your fate, your wheel. This is about you looking toward the future for yourself and leaving behind whatever didn't work, hasn't worked, couldn't work. It's time. It's time to change the cycle. The High Priestess is here to say it's time for you to go in the direction that you're passionate about, that you're wanting to create for yourself, shoring up your own energy, stepping into your own power, loving yourself unconditionally, embracing your uniqueness, your specialness, your love, your compassion, your empathy. It's time. It's time to change and flip that script in your own life. It's time. It's time. This wheel is turning. Pile number 3. This wheel is turning. It's not going to stop turning. We have to grow. We have to evolve. And through that, having faith that what you're stepping into, what your renewal for yourself is all about, embrace it. Embrace it. So pay attention to your heightened awareness. See the signs and spirit guidance. I don't look at these cards. It's just amazing, the synchronicity, the message that come through for us when we need them. And then they're supported and then they're supported. So pile number 3, whatever you're going through, just pay attention to your feelings, the feelings of love, the feelings of change, the feelings of support, the feelings of fear. Whatever the feeling is, lean into it. And then ask your team of guides to come in and give you a sign that you're not alone, or the sign in the direction that you need to be going in as these changes take place. Because they're taking place. Pile number 3, this energy is all about changing the road you're on, ending a cycle, going on a new path, and you're not alone in doing it. And they're bringing you heightened awareness so that you can feel into the connection with them. So for some of you, there's going to be a third eye activation. For some of you, there's going to be a clairvoyance activation. And these are all the light codes that have been coming in. And in this new full moon energy, it is opening you up. It is breaking you open. Getting into your breath. Doing breath work will absolutely help you to get into that connection in a way that you can start trusting and acting on it. That's what this energy is doing for you, pile number 3. Stay in the faith. Stay in the connection. You are being supported. Release. Embrace the new. Embrace the new. Get into exuberance. Get into excited expectation. I almost feel like a childlike innocence or joy about going into the new. And I know that might sound a little crazy because you're feeling not excited. That's where you have to flip the script. Not let the fear take over. Not let the fear run the show. All right. I'm sending you so much love and so many blessings. Have a beautiful rest of your full moon cycle. Bye, guys.